925thebeat.com.
92.5 The Beat of Salt Lake is Dre Rocka. The segment is Rock the Mic, and I got a very special guest in the studio. My man Gramz is in the building.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's good, Dre?
All right, so you didn't clap for yourself, but I heard Texaco clap a little bit.
Man, of course.
Man, you need to clap for yourself, man. No, you see how sad? That sound is very sad. Let's try it again.
All right, let's try it again. He said.
I got Gramz in the building.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, he almost forgot to clap again. You know what I mean? He almost forgot again.
Man, I almost forgot.
Gramz, we're going to be playing your new song, Ride, featuring Texaco. What inspired this song, Ride? Because it's a flip off of a classic from Young Buck,
Definitely.
Shorty Wanna Ride. What inspired this joint?
Well, I believe that song came out around, what is it, like the 2000s?
Yeah.
Early 2000s, you could say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, around that time is really when I started listening to music, when I started bumping music, listening to hip-hop, U92, you know?
Yeah. So you're inspired by kind of like your childhood, you know, bringing back that feeling.
Most definitely.
Okay. It's a dope song, man. I'm excited to play it here shortly, so make sure you stick around. Are you originally from Utah?
I'm not. I'm actually from Texas.
What part?
El Paso.
Okay.
From El Paso, Texas.
What brought you to Utah?
So I had a tough childhood. My pops passed away. Me and my mom's went to Mexico, and I was raised in Mexico for a little bit, for like, I want to say like maybe 5 years, 6 years. And then I had a couple uncles, a couple aunts. They moved out here to Utah. So then eventually, when it came down to like me being in like first grade, ended up moving to Utah.
Are you an only child?
No, I'm not. So I got a sister here with me in Utah. I got another sister in Florida, and another one in Texas.
And all from mom?
No, so I got one from my mom here in Utah, and my other two sisters, they're from my dad's side.
Oh, okay. How was growing up with two sisters? Did you grow up with them or kind of separate households?
I didn't grow up with them. I wasn't raised with them, but throughout the years, my mom would send me out there to Texas.
Yeah.
I'd go out there and kind of spend the weekends or the summer, and kind of stay in touch with my family out there.
What does your family think about the music you make?
Man, my family.
When they found out that you are an artist, a hip hop artist, a rapper,
So
what were their thoughts?
my family, man, they how can I say it? They're a hardworking family. So all they know is really just work. Just go to work. There's not really where we grew up. There's not really like singers or people that play guitars or too much. I mean, they like music like everybody else, you know. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, they're not really like into the music like, you know, like I am. So I mean, for them, my mom, she sadly, you know, she doesn't support my music too much. She thinks it's a little bit of a waste of time. She's always been the type to say like, you know, go get you a job, you know, like wasting your time, like where's that gonna get you, like, you know, and once in a while, like, you always like to update your parents, like, hey, I'm doing good, or I'm not doing good, or, you know, the music's, you know, going like this, or it's not going like this, or whatever. But for me, it's always been going good, you know.
Yeah.
I always got my foot on the pedal, so it's always going good. And I always tell her like, hey, mom, like, I got this going on, I got that going on, and she's always like, oh, that's good, mijo, you know, that's cool. But I don't really see the excitement or the support, to be honest, you know.
Is your mom traditional Mexican?
Oh yeah, my mom's traditional, man. She's still like she's one of them ladies that still goes in the kitchen, makes tortillas for every meal. She, you know, makes everything from scratch.
So it's kind of expected.
She's really hardworking. She's a hardworking mom.
Yeah, salute to mom. It's expected though, right? Like when you have parents that are so traditional and don't really understand like what you're doing and what you have a career, man. This isn't just a hobby. You could tell in the hard work that you put in. You could tell in the details that you put in with your visuals. Like you care about your craft.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think it's important for like moments like this where for me, I don't know how you feel about this moment, but I feel like this is a huge milestone for Gramz.
Yeah, this is a great moment for me, man. Like I've been waiting for this all my life, you know.
Well, I gotta confess that I've been trying to get Gramz up here, but he's been dodging me.
He's been ducking and dodging.
He's been ducking me for years. No, but I think that regardless on what you do with your career, wherever you go with this, I think down inside, I think mom's proud of you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she is, you know, at the end of the day. But I mean, I wish I would have gotten a little more support. I feel like a little kick from your parents or from somebody that you care about is gonna push you to a higher extent, you know.
Absolutely. It's Dre rockin' 92.5 The Beat of Salt Lake. I got Gramz in the studio. We're going to be playing your new song, Ride, featuring Texaco here coming up shortly. We talked about mom support. You're a father yourself.
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
I got one little boy.
And what does that mean for you as a parent? Like, how do you parent? What does it mean to be a dad?
For me to be a dad, man, it's a blessing. Honestly, my little boy's he's a blessing, you know what I mean? And it's a blessing for me to be able to be his father, you know?
So if he says he wants to be a rapper, what do you do?
I mean, if he wants to do it, I mean, why not, you know?
So you'll support him?
Yeah, definitely. Whatever he wants to do, I'm going to be there 100% right behind him.
Is there anything you wouldn't support?
I mean, you know, that's a tough question, you know. It's hard when you're a parent, you know.
You're on the radio, so be careful.
Yeah, it's hard when you're a parent. But no, I mean, obviously, you know, I keep my son, you know, like on a straight line. You know, he's a good little boy, and I always teach him good, you know. So
that's good.
So I doubt he'll ever get into anything negative or.
So I do a podcast called the Unrestricted Podcast, and one of the reoccurring questions we ask on that is, what if your child ends up being a Dahmer? Do you still love your child if he ends up being a Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh man, a Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm gonna have to be right behind him. That's my little boy, you know.
Eating people too.
We'll just be a zombie family. I'm just playing, nah, man. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I bet. In reality, I bet Jeffrey Dahmer's dad, he's probably going through it, you know, because that's tough to have your son out there, you know, and Netflix and all over the social medias.
I think they're all dead now, but
yeah.
It would be tough to find out that your child was a part of something that was so devastating, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, taking a life in general is just like wild, but to find out your son's a sicko eating people,
yeah, that would be insane.
I don't know. You'd have to still love your child, right?
Right? Yeah, you'd have to. Have to.
Halloween's coming up, man. You guys are you dressing up? You got costume?
Not yet. I was about to take my son this weekend. I didn't have a chance because I had to work, but we're gonna go this weekend coming up and check it out, see what kind of costumes there is. So
yeah, we jumped on it early. Wifey was like, "We're not gonna wait because typically, man, we're like the week of trying to figure it out."
That's me, bro. That was me last year. Probably the year before too. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, it's good to get ahead of it so you can get what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How old's your son?
He's 6 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 6.
He's fun. He knows what it's all about and stuff.
He knows what it is. He's a big fan of Mario and Luigi. Last year he was Mario and Luigi, and he was Mario, and my little nephew was Luigi.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think hopefully this year, let's see, you know, we can do something together again. You know, we like to dress them up together. So
you can be Yoshi.
Right?
Get a little dinosaur.
Donkey Kong.
There you go. So we got this song Ride. Obviously with Texaco, we're gonna be playing that here shortly. But you talk about early influences in the early 2000s to music.
Yeah.
Was there a moment or an artist that was like, I want to do this too?
Yeah. So I had a lot of inspiring moments. So I mean, I don't know if you remember, but back then in the Boys and Girls Club in Midvale, they used to have a studio. They had a recording studio there. So I grew up and there was some older, you know, a couple older people that would go in there and record and whatnot. So I mean, I'd go watch them, and that's kind of where I was like, man, this looks dope, you know, like I want to go in there and record. And I don't know if you ever met JD. His name was JD. He used to work at the Boys and Girls Club.
Probably by face if I see him.
And I hopefully he's still alive. You know, he was going through it. You know, he was dealing with the disease or something. So I know he was going through it, and he was really sick for a while. So I mean, I never heard from him again. But yeah, shout out JD, man. That's really who let me go in there. He would just go play a beat and just kind of let us go in there and say whatever we wanted, you know. And
do you remember some of your first rhymes?
I do a little bit. I remember one of the beats I used. I used one of the Games beats. It has like a bunch of lowriders. Like you can hear a bunch of lowrider sounds in there. It's an old school song. I'm trying to figure out the name of it, but yeah, I remember I used one of the Games beats when I first made one of my songs.
I think it was Common. I think it was common that everybody used Game, 300 bars and running. You know what I mean? How We Do, of course.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At the time, were you Gramz? Have you always been Gramz?
No, I used to go by just my first name, just Raphael or just really Raphael. And then growing up, I mean, once I got out of high school, it was really when they started calling me Gramz.
Why they call you Gramz?
Man, I'd rather not disclose that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather not disclose that, but I mean,
all right. I see what you're putting down. So Boys and Girls Club, obviously you had support, you had help from older homies.
Yeah.
Does Gramz pay that back? Are you involved in the community with the youth?
Oh yeah, definitely. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to set up where I can go to Boys and Girls Club and kind of talk to the youth, kind of lay them some positive information, about just safety, you know what I mean? Like maybe walking home from school, not talking to strangers, staying doing your homework, staying in school.
Yeah.
Why you should stay in school, what's going to happen if you don't, type stuff, because I feel like that's you're at an early age where, you see a lot of people doing certain things or whatnot, and you want to go and do it too,
There's certain ages, and it's around the time where you're at the Boys and Girls Club. It's the 11 to 14 years old. That's when you get really influenced, good or bad, right?
Yeah.
So you talk about the Boys and Girls Club. Obviously, Midvale, especially in the early 2005-ish, 2006-ish, they were doing a lot, and so was Central City. I don't know if you remember the studio there in Central City, right by the library. We had a studio in there too. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, of course, Spy Hop, they got their thing going on, but is there a lot of outlets for kids to get inspired by your music and work with somebody that's an artist? If not, we need to build more of them.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think there is too much. That was back in the day. Like when they had the studios in the Boys and Girls Club, and I don't even know where we got the equipment from. I think somebody donated certain things, and somebody was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy this or whatever," and they just kind of put it together. And then I don't know if you ever met Billy. Yeah, Billy's. I think he's one of the main guys at the Boys and Girls Club. Or at the time, he was. He was one of the guys that was running it. Shout out Billy, man. I learned a lot of positive things from him in the Boys and Girls Club community, and he's the one that kind of like let it happen. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I was pretty dope, and I don't think they have that no more. Where it's kind of rare to see a recording studio at a Boys and Girls Club,
We'll make it happen, Gramz.
Something like that.
Get some of your homies and go do it. You can show these young kids what it means to record a song. Think about that first time you recorded a song and heard yourself on a record.
Yeah, no.
It was horrible, but you still did it.
Yeah, the excitement.
It's exciting.
The adrenaline, of course.
It's like when I recorded my first podcast, it was like, dang, I did it. You know what I mean? I did it, and I did it without... I did it at a time when nobody was doing it. You know what I mean? And you kind of pioneer your own thing, and that's where it starts with inspiration. So you have the opportunity to be an inspiration for more youth.
Yeah.
And we need more of it here in our city.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We're me and Texaco too. We every year we do a coat drive out here in Salt Lake. So we're about to start that coat drive now that the weather changed up on us. It's a little chilly today with the quicks, man.
So quick. It's Dre Rocka, 92.5, the beat of Salt Lake. We got Gramz in the studio for Rock the Mic. We're going to be playing your new song, Ride, featuring Texaco here. It's coming up shortly. You've been making music for how long? Like consecutively?
Consecutively, now I want to say for like a good 5 years now.
So
I want to say like maybe 3 years now.
Okay.
Now like 3 years, maybe 2. Honestly, maybe 2 years.
So you're in your sophomore, junior year of making music.
Yeah.
What's your North Star with this? What do you want to? Is there an end goal with your music? Do you want to get signed? Do you want to travel? Like what do you want?
I mean, the traveling, we're already doing the traveling. You know what I mean? Regardless, so getting signed, that's something I'd like to look into. Depending if the bag's right, Yeah, if the bag's right, then, we would definitely talk to a label. But, right now, we're just independent. I feel like we're doing good, So, kind of keeping it like that for now.
And what's your thoughts on how we're doing as a Utah local scene right now? What are we doing well? What do we need to work on?
Okay, no, so I've always liked U92, U92, man, like I grew up listening to U92, so man, shout out U92.
Yeah, rest in peace to U92, because we're 92.5 The Beat now.
Yeah, well, I'm
Nah,
still
going. It's just like the Delta Center, it never changed.
Yeah, it's still the you know, still the Energy Solutions arena. No, but yeah, like I said, U92, man, I've always listened to U92 growing up, you know, and for me to be here today and, you know, and be doing this interview, you know, on the radio station I grew up listening to, come on, man, like that's something big for me. And I feel like now you guys play a lot of different music, a lot of newer music, a lot of pop. I feel like you know, it's a rap station, you know. I feel like you guys need to play a little bit more rap, you know.
Yeah. But what's your thoughts on like the local scene, other artists? How are we doing as far as a community? Okay,
I feel like you guys been doing more interviews on more local artists. I feel like I've listened to more, you know, more music on the radio from local artists, which is dope, you know.
Yeah.
Back then I felt like it wasn't like that. I felt like there wasn't too much of an opportunity for artists to, you know, to hop on the radio. It was a little rare, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you guys are putting in the work now to where you guys are showing love to the local artists, which is dope, you know.
Outside of the radio station, with your peers, like other artists out here making music, do you feel like we're doing a good job as far as your peers?
Yeah.
Them making music. Do you think we have a good sound right now in the city? Do you think that the shows are good?
Yeah, I think so. As far as the shows, you know, shout out No Label Tour, you know, he brings a lot of shows out here to Salt Lake. I feel like the shows are great, you know. Most of the shows are sold out, and we don't open up no more, you know. Like now we headline for the shows, you know. So back then I used to always, you know, try to go and open up or try to get a slot or, you know, and try to pop out and just be out there, and now like I'm out there headlining, and I feel like the shows are great. The other local artists, I feel like everybody got their own sound. There's a lot of good artists out here in Utah, you know. The only thing is, I feel like there's a lot of hate in the city. I feel like nobody, instead of people collaborating with, you know, with like so and so has a sound and so has a different sound. Instead of putting that sound together and, you know, making a track and collaborating, you know, one dude's hating on dude, you know what I mean? One dude's hating on each other. So I feel like there needs to be more networking in the city.
How is your networking? Do you collaborate a lot with artists?
Yeah, I do. I feel like if I've always done that. I feel like that's how I built a lot of relationships. I always reach out to artists that I think are dope. You know, if I hear somebody that got a dope style, you know, a dope song, or, you know, if I like what they're doing, I'm gonna hit them up. Hey, what's up? You know, let's get some in. You know, whatever. I charge for my verses. I charge for my hooks. So if I hit you up and, you know, and try to work with you, you know, like I take advantage of it, because usually like I charge for my time, you know.
How did you get to that point? How did you get to the point where you're like, I need to start charging for my time?
Well, I mean, you need to pay for everything. You need to pay for studio time. You need to pay for beats. You need to pay for music videos. You know, the drip you're gonna wear in the music videos, the cars you're gonna put in the music videos, the jewelry. You know, that's not gonna pay itself. You know, there, you know, there's a lot you need to put to release music. You know, DistroKid, it costs money to, you know, to release music on DistroKid. You gotta pay to play.
But you haven't always charged for verses.
No.
So at what point in your career were you like, I need to start charging people?
Well, I felt like once I started getting my numbers up, once I started, you know, getting more views, once I started getting more streams, you know, like my boy Tex just noticed today we got like 50,000 streams on, you know, just on whatever song we made. You know, it wasn't even like, oh, this is a radio song. Like, if not, I would have, like, you know, try to throw it on here or something, but it was just a whatever song we made. And today we're just looking at, you know, our stats, and we got like 50,000 plays, you know, and we just barely put that song out a couple months ago, you know. So
that's dope, man.
So that's dope, you know, and we just see things like that, and it's like, hey, you know, like we're getting better, like our numbers are going up. Obviously we're selling out shows, you know. Why not charge?
Yeah,
you know,
if you can bring the people.
Yeah,
that's one thing that I I haven't unlocked yet is how do we bring 50 to 100 people to a show? You know what I mean? Like, because you see artists, and artists will have, few thousand, 15,000, 20,000 followers, but can't bring 5 people to a show.
Yep.
So it's like, how do we get to the point where we can get a good following to a show?
Yeah, it's marketing. It's marketing. You need to make a dope flyer. If the flyer don't work, make a promo video.
Mm-hmm.
If the promo video don't work, go out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go show some people. Hey, there's this show going on this week. Boom, boom. Sell some tickets. There's always a way of doing it. You just gotta not give up. You gotta keep your foot on the pedal and make it happen.
How do you feel Hispanic artists are represented in hip hop currently?
Currently, I feel like now we're getting our foot in the door. Like now we're getting our foot in the door. I feel like it's always been like African Americans or even white people. You know what I mean? Like they always make it. You always see, you got your Taylor Swift. You got Eminem. You got Beyonce. You got Jay-Z. You got all these people, and rarely you see a Hispanic up there,
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say somebody like a Pitbull or Fat Joe, but it's not Mexican. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think we've had that type of stardom from a hip hop Mexican artist worldwide.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. I don't think so.
And I
either.
wonder why, because we have regional great artists. I mean, we have Bash, we have Frost, we have a bunch of great regional artists. Even right now, like California, Rasa is just going crazy right now, right?
Yeah.
But even down where you're from, man, you got Mexican OT and guys out there doing it.
Mexican OT.
What I wonder why we haven't seen the stardom from a Mexican artist.
Yeah, I feel like it's just difficult. I don't know what it is, but it's always been difficult to get our foot in the door.
Well, it could be you.
Yeah, hey.
Why not you?
It's gonna be me. We're gonna make it happen.
It's Dre rocking 92.5 The Beat of Salt Lake. I got Gramz here. You got a song, Ride with Texaco?
Yes, sir.
You want to jump into it?
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Go ahead and introduce it.
Yo, this is your boy Gramz. We are here at U92, and you're about to hear.
He keeps on calling it U92. It's 92.5 The Beat.
92.5 The Beat.
The execs are going to get mad at me and be like, Dre,
right.
they can't even get the name right. We left U92.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I grew up on U92, but
hey,
92.5 The Beat. We're about to play a Ride by your boy Gramz featuring Texaco H.
Let's get into it.
Hey, shawty wanna ride, so I told her, baby, hop in. With your feelings and your pussy, I be toxic. To that money, I ain't really about that. Hey, shawty wanna ride, so I told her, baby, hop.
Dre Rocka, 92.5 The Beat. That was Ride with Gramz featuring Texaco. If you like that, let us know. You could hit us up at 92.5 The Beat SLC on Instagram. And let us know what you think about it. This is Rock the Mic. Gramz, what's the social media? Where can we follow you? Any upcoming shows? Any shout outs?
Yeah. So you could follow me on Instagram, Strip for Gramz. That's my Instagram right there.
Why they stripping for you?
Hey, man, I don't know why they do it. They just do.
Do you need to define who's stripping for Gramz?
Right.
Is it just anybody stripping for Gramz?
Nah, just the pretty ladies. That's it. Yeah, but you can go on IG and find me on Strip for Gramz. Go to YouTube and just type in Gramz. I should pop up. And that's pretty much it where you can find me. So
any upcoming shows?
No upcoming shows right now. We just barely sold out on this Bravo the Back Chaser about a month ago.
Dope.
That was my latest show. No, not yet. They wanted to book us for the 6ix9ine, but we don't mess too much with 6ix9ine. We don't mess with 6ix9ine at all. So
where's he going?
He's gonna be at the 801 Event Center.
He's coming here?
Yeah, he's gonna be here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Go follow Gramz. Go to a Gramz show. How about that? Go to a Gramz show.
Go to a Gramz show. Yeah, we
2025 coming soon.
Yeah, they wanted us to headline for that one, but we're good on that. So
I feel you. Make sure you go follow Gramz. Go run the numbers up on Ride. Gramz is a hard-working artist, man. I love your visuals. I feel like you're somebody that is staying consistent in the work. So I appreciate you making time to come up here. If you are an artist and you want to come up here to rock the mic, reach out to me at 92.5 The Beat SLC on Instagram. We out. Peace.